Hey there! Welcome to PPMN Process Simulation. Welcome to Hybrid Model Simulation for Adonis. Today we will simulate a simple quotation process to demonstrate selected functionalities of our solution. We use two separate pools to map the process steps of both the customer and the vendor. Performers are mapped at the bottom of the model. The process starts with a customer requesting a quote. A message is sent, which triggers the vendor's create quote process, where a dispatcher assesses the complexity of the request. For high complexity cases, additional information is needed and therefore requested by the senior case officer. Let's assume now the customer provides the information immediately. The offer is then estimated and handed back to the dispatcher, who finalizes the quote in this sub-process and sends it afterwards to the customer. Back to the behavior of the exclusive gateway in the customer pool. In case additional information is needed, the task in the loop gets executed, and as soon as the quote arrives, the process instance ends with the customer evaluating the quote. From a process map to a model. To transform this process map in a model which can be simulated, we need to add quantitative information as number of process instances started, pass probabilities, task execution times and costs. The frequency of process starts is defined directly as a parameter of the start event. Various time distributions can be used. In this example, we start process instances uniformly every 6 minutes for 1 hour's time. The execution time of a task is set either as a fixed value or held flexible by a rule expression. A performer of a task can be assigned directly by referencing the performer or by specifying required roles or skills. PPMN lanes can also be used. The probability of each path alternative is annotated on the respective relation after an exclusive gateway. And the hourly rate of a performer can be set to calculate process cost. Simulation and animation. There are two simulation algorithms provided. The main difference between them is how the availability of a performer is handled. In the bottleneck simulation, their capacity is limited. Therefore, temporary unavailability can lead to waiting queues and waiting times during process execution. Let's start the simulation now. The optional animation shows token traversing through the model. The start event creates a process instance every 6 minutes. Tokens placed on the left side of an object are in a waiting position. As soon as the execution begins, they move to the right hand side. There, a waiting queue is developing as the senior case officer is currently occupied in estimating another high complexity case. The simulation is finished as soon all tokens have reached a global end event. Result and reports. After a successful simulation, a multitude of result types are available. The number of simulated process instances and resulting cycle times are displayed directly. The path analysis shows times, costs and probability of each path alternative found. In our example, the simulation identified 3 different routes through the process model. Let's have a look at path 3, which gets highlighted. Another result type shows waiting and execution times as small diagrams directly in the process model. Other reports show the workload of each performer per time interval, a matrix view of tasks and performers, and a breakdown of process times and costs, which allows a detailed analysis of different executing roles and their cost implications on the process. Additionally, full simulation logs enable the creation of own report types. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please use the comment function below or send us an email to chris@adoplus.com.au for discussion and further information.